So John, we have the particular hardship of tasting and discussing the Glengoyne 18-year-old. Are you ready for the challenge?
Tough job, but let's do it. So again, if we have a look at the colour of this one, beautiful depth to it. We're still gold, but we've got fantastic amber notes. It's starting to redden up beautifully. And again, this is natural colour, a lot of which is coming from the fact we use 50% first fill sherry casks in this.
It just leaps out of that glass. The first thing I get with the 18-year-old is always this sort of ripe red apple, like a real deep ruby red apple. That wonderful soft nose, and comes across a little bit in the palate as well in a minute. But and as well as that, you can smell some oak in there, John.
Oh yes. The complexity of the wood, the amount of tannins, the amount of acids, the amount of compounds that you can draw out of the wood really gives you this depth. And you only get that the first time you use a sherry cask. And these are expensive casks. And it really captures it here in the 18.
And in the mouth, it's tremendously rich. It really fills the mouth. It coats it. Apples again, maltiness.
You're certainly drier, we're certainly moving into a drier, but by no means is it astringent. It's still got that freshness which wonderfully balances it. It's like a slightly spiced strudel, it's superb.
And shall we put a splash of water in there, see what happens? I don't want to drown it, but we'll put enough in for it to open up, John. Are we getting a bit of separation in there?
Definitely getting separation, touch of haze as well. Again, it's quite cold in here. That's given us a good sign of the body and the amount of oils within this whisky.
And the water's bringing back the esteriness that was created and born, if you like, during distillation. That was that slow distillation, putting those sweet estery flavours in now. We leave it in a cask for 18 years or even longer. We add a splash of water and we're right back to the day it was started.
Definitely, because of the temperatures in Scotland, it's not too warm. These esters aren't instantly evaporating away left in hot temperatures. No, it's cold, so they stay in the cask, they evolve, they become bigger, they become more complex, and that gives you the real range of flavours that you experience here. The more time I'm nosing it here, you're getting almost honeyed, you're almost getting porridgey flavours mixing in there along with the spice.
And yet the mention of porridge doesn't leave us to think this is a breakfast whisky. It's probably the other end of the day, John. This is an after dinner malt. This is a sit and relax and sip it slowly and savour it and take your time.
I would definitely say so. After a great meal, in front of a fireplace, take your time. Don't rush this one because there's so many different levels, so many different dimensions. You've got to take your time. Don't rush it. Sip by sip over the course of an hour or so.
Sometimes with really good whisky, less is more.
Indeed.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't remember that, but it's generally a good way to go.
Well, let's take a bit more time on this and enjoy the 18-year-old.
Cheers, John.